Hello, my name is Shanna Walker, and I would like to share Explore Learning on with you today. All right, especially a piece called Gizmos. So I'm going to launch Gizmos now, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Yeah. So this is Gizmos. Um, it's actually called Explore Learning, and it is an inquiry-based instructional approach that promotes investigation and discovery. They use highly visual, interactive designs that foster active learning. So it's an online simulation and case study. You can use it in math and science, and it powers inquiry and understanding through hands-on learning and experimentation. It has more than 450 gizmos covering STEM topics from grades 3 to 12. Students can dig deeper into subjects and really understand challenging concepts as they form and analyze and test ideas and find solutions, just like real mathematicians and scientists. All of these gizmos that they have in here come with um, teaching resources that make it easy so that you can implement them in the classroom. They're already ready for you to print off. They have standards, they're standards aligned, they're easily adapted for the needs of every learner in the whole class. You can use them small group, you can use them one-on-one, you can use them individually, however you choose to use these. It would be perfect. I use them for many years in science. The students love them, I love them. You can print off, like I said, the student material. They have material for teachers. They have answer sheets. You do have to pay for the subscription in order to get the answers printed off for you if you wanted to have all that information ready to go. I do suggest um, you can't just print this off like a few minutes before class. You do need to have this you do need to look at it, look it over, and see what it is that you want to use out of it, and go ahead and print it off in advance so that you can decide if you want to edit. I always edited the information using Word, and I'll show you how you can do that in 1 second. So here it is all set up. It's set up for me. I have the free subscription. I signed up for it on the 17th, and the free one is only good for a month. So if you want to use the free one, and continue to use like the free whenever you wanted to use the program, just make sure that you think about it in advance. Go ahead and set it up, use it for, have it ready for that time frame when you need it, and then if you want to use it for a lot, just have multiple email accounts or partner with other teachers around the school. That's what we used to do. Nobody ever bought a subscription. We would just use a bunch of different emails and continue to have access to Gizmos. But you can use your teacher lead money to go ahead and buy it. So here you can browse. I don't know why I'm looking at that one. You can browse the standards. Oh, I did want to go back. And this is where you have your classes set up. I have 3 set up right now, just fake accounts. I only have 1 student in 1 class. And then once you have your classes set up, you can add students individually. It's really easy to add the students, add them in. You can add them by a list. Um, I think I did it off of Excel. I forgot how I did it. But you can add them off of a list, so you don't have to do them one by one. You can break them up into classes, however you choose to do it. So once you look through, browse the Gizmos by grade, by topic, um, goes from third grade to 12th grade. They have regular general education classes. They have AP and IB class activities. You can choose by Common Core State Standards in GSSS. I think I put too many S's. So you can choose your state. You can choose by curriculum, which book do you use? You can choose by Explore Learning, Gizmos list. You can choose the STEM ones. The STEM are new to me. Here's some of the IB information, activities and assignments there. But once you choose your Gizmo, you're going to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to go where I left off. You choose your Gizmo. You can add it to the class by clicking the plus sign. You pick which class you want to add it to and apply it. It is there for the students immediately. You can launch it if you want to do whole class or start the class off. You can launch the Gizmo and show the entire class information you want them to see. Here's the lesson materials, the student exploration sheet, the teacher guide, vocab sheet, answer sheet, but only for subscribers. A little bit of information there. There is pre-test and post-test that are available. I'm going to click on the student. Well, if you click the student exploration sheet, which I'm going to go to a different sheet, um, your word information will come up. Share that with you now. Mm, okay. So this is an example of one sheet. Like I had this one up for the forest ecosystem. Um, they can write on it. You can tell them to write on their own paper. I don't know how you want to do it in this day and time with COVID. Maybe they can pull it up on their computer and have it as another screen, and they enter the information digitally. They can type on this. All right. So, and the same way they can type on it is the same way you can edit and take out information. Sometimes the assignments were a bit long and I would cut off parts and just print the piece that I wanted. Um, if you wanted to do it in groups over several days, like here's an activity A, there's activity B. If you think that it would take them 10 to 15 minutes and that is the time frame that you wanted to use, you can split this up over 3 days or three different groups. Um, However you wanted to move them along or do one whole group, send them off to work with their peers for the rest of it. However you choose to is there. It tells them what to do, what to click on. They just have to follow the steps. There's space for writing the answers. And if you wanted to use extend, this is what they would do. There's even activities for that. All right. So once they're finished, no, I mean, well, once you're done, I'll go back to the Gizmo screen. Where is it? Is it here? Okay. Okay. Oh, Gizmo. Is it? This face is about to move. Okay. I usually leave it on. All right. So here is, if you launched it, what does it look like? All right. So I would launch, click the launch button. Here is the moon. You would follow the information on the sheet or the student sheet, the teacher sheet or the student one. Over here is the sun. This is the moon, but the sun would be over in this area if it were there. Still right and very far away. All right, so it shows a flag, a view area, um, where you would be standing if you were to see it from this view. You'd be right there on top, the North Pole. All right, and then what does it look like? Hey, let's push play. All right, so it tells you the phases of the moon here at the bottom, waxing crescent. All right, and one of the um, misconceptions that students had was how the moon looks like it does in the sky. So they couldn't figure that out. It was difficult for them to see and to understand that concept just on paper or by reading out of a book. So this really brings it to life. They can see that the moon never changes and that the earth spins, but there's the same amount of light. They both have half sun and half darkness, half light, half dark on both all the time. But the phase of the moon changes based on that relationship of the earth, the sun, and the moon. Okay, so I'm going to minimize that. Okay. At the bottom of the sheet is pre-test / post-test. All right, you can check the answers and show answers and explanations. You do get to see that one. But the rest, not so much. You need to pay for the rest of them. So that is my tutorial for Gizmos. I really love it. Also, just before I forget, it is available in Spanish as well. There's somewhere you click on here. It could be here. It could be somewhere else on here. And the work, the PDFs and Word documents are also available in Spanish. So I really hope you love it because I found a lot of success using Gizmos. Thank you and have a fantastic day.